Oh yeah, we're doing this. Gotta go fast. Today we're covering one of my favorite game series of all time, and that's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. We're going to talk about the original Sonic trilogy, alright? Because I consider that one solid story arc of a game. So we're going to call that the DeathEgg Saga, which is convenient because that's what it was. So, shout out to my boy Denny, who is apparently the only other Sonic the Hedgehog fan in the world besides me. Hooray for Sonic fans! Let's do this shit. Alright, so the very first Sonic game came out, and you just played as a spiny blue hedgehog. No way, get the fuck out. Like you've never heard of this game before. If you've never heard of this game before, go fuck yourself, right? So, it was the direct competition to Mario, right? So, it's a side-scroller, but it's got a few more moves in it, right? It's a little bit spicier than Mario. Sonic the Hedgehog, right? So, a little blue spiny guy that goes from left to right. Bad guys everywhere. You have to hop on their heads, to destroy them. Sometimes they turn into flowers, sometimes they don't. Who needs continuity? Alright, so you run from left to right, hop up and down thing, regular standard platformer shit, okay? So there's a timer, you collect rings, which is cool, because it made it slightly easier than Mario, because literally there's very few things in Sonic's universe that will instantly kill you. Fire is one. Fire instantly kills. In every game, everywhere, fire kills you fucking instantly. Stay away from fire. I mean, it's teaching you a life lesson. They bring fire? No, we're set for fire, thanks. So, Dr. Robotnik, alright, because that's the one I grew up with, alright? So, there's a little bit wonky of a side story that I'm not going to get into, but really it doesn't matter what you call him, he's the bad guy. He's the bad guy with the big old red fluffy mustache. I don't know. Fuck! You have to beat Jim Cummings at the end of every third stage. And he's got some sort of wacky gadget. Some sort of wacky kill everybody gadget that either shoots fire or squishes you or, he's trying to kill you. PETA would be sad. So you stomp him flat, if you get 50 rings and, little goal posts that you hit that spin around, doo-doo. So you can go in there and there's bonus levels, and if you beat all the bonus levels, you can get Chaos Emeralds, right? Maybe that's because you didn't know what to do with them yet, right? So you stop Dr. Eggman, Robotnik, whoever you want to call him, and you save the day, right? So then, a little pink-headed hedgehog, because hedgehogs all have to get together. But this time they add a love interest, and it's not really a love interest. It's not really a love interest. She's a creeper, dude. She is a little rapist, and that's creepy because it brings animality into it. And I'm not going there. I'm not going there because the FBI searches shit. I was gonna bring up Naruto and the parallel to Hinata, but I told you no! No, Naruto! Stop bringing up shit. Oh, God in heaven. So, okay, where were we? 1.5? Alright, so, 1.5, it just expands upon the story. It's the same story, but now instead of Chaos Emeralds, we have Time Stone, right? And you have to go into the past or into the future, and if you go back into the past, you can stop bad shit from happening before it ever becomes a thing. And that's where you get the perfect ending. This was the first of the Sonic games that had multiple different endings, and it had fully drawn, animated, but it's kind of like, when I say really awesome music, by the way, I don't actually mean really awesome. Awesome music in the same form of, like, the Pokemon theme song, or the Power Rangers theme song, or the Ghostbusters theme song, in which you know that you jazz out to those as much as I do, but you wouldn't say, I don't know, jam out to them at work. So then Sonic 2 comes out. Sonic 2 introduces your little buddy Tails, who is a fox with two tails. And if you don't know who Tails is, I'm sorry for you, because he was the only acceptable teammate ever. Tails can fly with his tails. He can fly up in the air. You can grab hold of him and he'll fly you around and you can get to more places. It was a gimmick. But it worked because Sonic needed a Robin, right? And so it was kind of couch co-op, a little bit of couch co-op, because Tails was invincible and anybody could hop on and play as Tails at any point in time and not die. So you would use Tails to fight the bad guy Forgot all about it. So Sonic 2 also introduced Super Sonic, right? So if you got 50 rings and all the Chaos Emeralds, you could turn into Super Sonic. Because Sonic was already fast, but he went Super Saiyan. They ripped straight off Dragon Ball Z, kind of like I did, and had my video tapped for use Dragon Ball Z stuff. Where's the free use? So Sonic 3 comes out, and Sonic 3 introduces, speaking of ripoff, the Vegeta character, which is it's a friendly nemesis, is what they build him as, and he was a bad guy that would fuck you up. His name was Knuckles, and he was a red echidna who could also run as fast as Sonic, and hedgehogs can't run fast, and neither can echidnas. Kind of weird, but whatever. Plumbers can't go down pipes. They're too small. Anyway, so you have to fight the red-headed echidna who has big old knuckles on his hands, and he can climb up walls and shit. And Knuckles kind of had his own storyline to play as, and you didn't fight Robotnik. You fought a robot version of Robotnik that looked like he was wearing a samurai helmet. And you're like, yeah, let's be friends, fist bump. And so you team up against him, and then you beat him, and you bring him down. They added another tier, right? So Master Emeralds, right? So you could, if you got all 7 of the Master Emeralds, you would turn into Hyper Sonic or Hyper Tails or Hyper Knuckles, and either way, God, they were fucking fast. And so, if you got all of those, then that added another level on the tail end, which was really fucking fun, where you got to be Sonic, in his fucking Super Saiyan mode, and just chase the fuck after Robotnik, and had a really, no fucking real story whatsoever, but for a little kid, you felt involved in those characters for not really having a story. There's no motivation, for that fat fuck Robotnik to do anything other than the fact that he wants to kill you, and he wants the Chaos Emeralds, and he wants to rule the world, and you're like, that guy is a bad guy. I'll see you guys next week.